Oh, hello, and welcome to Better Than Common Garage. I'm your host, I think, for the most part. No, that was stupid. What do we have here, Eli?
Kart.
Well, what's all these extra parts?
To put on it.
Yeah?
Yeah.
What extra part? What parts are they?
An axle and tires.
An axle and tires?
And we're gonna have to tear it completely apart.
A what?
We're probably gonna have to tear it completely apart.
No, there ain't no probably.
Yeah.
Yeah, we gotta tear it clear to pieces. Well, what is it? That is a straight axle or a live axle. The reason we're doing this is so he can have two-wheel go and two-wheel. Whoa. You like being on YouTube?
Kind of.
How about a super extreme close-up? Okay. Anywho, so I've been doing a little bit of plumbing on this project already. The axle is going to work perfectly. The pillow block, or whatever you want to call it, the bearings will land just about where they're supposed to on either end. It's a 44-inch axle, which will make it just about as wide. The tires are a fair bit smaller, but that's really kind of what we want. So it accelerates a little better, and hopefully it'll not chew up the belt as much, help with gearing. But the engine's going to have to move to accommodate where it is on the axle, because the flanges are welded to the axle, which is kind of unfortunate, but that's all right. One thing I did find is the chain, the sprocket and the chain that came with this, or we're gonna have to find something, do something different, because it's too big. It's the wrong type of chain. This is more for, this is heavy duty stuff. It's for like a, I don't know, crotch rocket. It's gigantic. It's bigger than the chain you have on your four-wheeler.
Yeah.
So we're gonna get, I'm gonna
fix the bar that destroys my Chevys.
Well, we got a little bit of plumbing to do. He wants to redo the seat, and this bar here is what he's talking about. He's a tall boy now, so he doesn't exactly fit in there. So he needs to either go over or under. So I'm gonna we'll try to figure out a better way of doing that. And yeah, it's gonna be almost a complete rebuild of this entire thing. It'll just be, oh yeah, look at this. Hydraulic brakes. I mean, look at that. That's a pretty nice little kit from Amazon. I mean, Santa Claus. Santa Claus. All right, I'm gonna turn the boy loose on the disassembly of this. He's gonna go ahead and take the wheels off, work on getting the axle out. It'll take him a little bit. I have faith he can handle it. You think he can handle that?
Somewhat.
Somewhat? Okay. Oh. You have fun with that. I will be back out in a minute to supervise your progress. Ready, set, go. Okay. Well, little fella's made some progress. Got the old axle out. We're starting to prep the new axle for our test fit number 1 of 10,000. We're looking at the brake rod.
I mean, it doesn't look too far off.
No, it'll be close, but where the sprocket is for the engine, we're gonna have to slide that side to side some, but here we go. This should be fun. All right, so now we got to get the measurement of where our flange needs to be. Looks like we're rocking 28. So it's gonna, looks like we're gonna have to move the engine, 4-ish inches. And we need a different sprocket. That's no biggie. I was already looking on McMaster Car for the actual sprocket that we need. So, yeah, we're going to take, this is approximately 33. And we need to be 28. 33 minus 28, what is that?
33 minus 28, 5,
Half of 5 is what?
2.5.
So we need to take 2.5 inches off of each side.
Sawzall.
Yep. We are going to Sawzall. That's going to be ugly because, well, we can grind that up. We'll take 2.5 inches off, drill our holes, bolt it down. We'll have to cut for the rotor to stick up in. We'll have to cut again here. So we'll end up putting some reinforcement on this bar. It's been fairly scabbed before, but I think it's going to turn out pretty decent. All right, onward and upward. Okay, it's pretty straightforward, but let's get you some safety glasses first. Protect them eyeballs. So all you're going to do is just come. This one might be a little hard because of the brake stuff, but we should be able to work around that. If you come in here and just zip it, then we'll move that out of your way, come back in. If you want to start over there, you can. This will be a little bit easier on the other side.
Oh, I need it.
Well, it's your go-kart. You're going to be doing most of this.
Wow.
I just helped you get the axle out. You're going to learn how to weld.
I already know how to weld.
You don't have a clue how to weld.
Yeah, I do.
I want to see it.
I already did weld.
With who?
You.
All right, Mr. Welder, cut that. Don't cut your cord either. Doesn't matter. Straight up and down's fine. You don't have to go wide open either. You can. If you put this down against, there you go. Where'd you learn how to cut? I'm picking. That's all right. Finish her off, man. Keep going. Get her in there. All right. Now that you're practiced up,
It's kind of slanted.
that's all right. We'll grind her straight. It don't need to be perfect. It's a go-kart. What do you think? All right, get over there and do the other side. You're having a hard time with all this cord.
Yeah. You never know.
Like I said, if you can't get it, I'll get it. Yep, just like that, straight on. Can't see?
The saw is nowhere near it.
All right, here, let me see it.
Well, guys, a good bit faster than what I did.
I've run a Sawzall. I've used a Sawzall once or twice more than you are. You're gonna get your shirt seriously
No,
dirty.
I'm not. Well, I don't really care for the shirt, so.
Okay. All right. So that being that, we probably need to cut for the disc brake. There's room for the sprocket in the box here, but there's not room for the brake. So I think what I'll do is I'll go ahead and just lop that off there. And then what we'll do is we'll make a brace to sort of brace that to keep it from twisting, because it's going to want to twist on us. Weight reduction. Okay, that's that. I think that's all the Sawzall we need to do for now. So if you roll this thing in, yeah, it's a little bit low. Do that, and then we'll clamp it. Jed, clamp it. Cool. Didn't check to see if those will fit. All right, little fella. What we're gonna do now that this is sitting there is we're gonna draw her down and clamp it. That way we can still roll it around and call it a day, and then we can come back and work on this another day. You go with that?
I don't even like the second.
Okay, you're gonna take the jack stands off. Right?
That's
Yeah, I mean, that looks pretty good, don't it? There we go. Oh, wait. Scrap. I'm going to lift up. This needs flipped around. What do you think of that? I think that looks pretty sweet, dude.
Just gonna have to cut off that stuff.
Yeah, we gotta trim that up a little bit, and it'll need measured out and make sure it's square and all the rest. But now it's not sitting like a hot rod.
I mean, this doesn't look too stable, but it's better than what it was.
Yeah. Yep. I think it's gonna make you an excellent little go-kart. So we will pick this up another day. Give me a thumbs up. Look real happy. We're working on your junk. Can you look happier than that? Come on. Let me see a happy smile. Is that it? Is that all you got?
That's about it.
So it's another day out here on the ranch. I got my little
Definitely not a ranch.
helper. Definitely not a ranch. I'll rip your lips off. But I had an epiphany the other night while I was snoozing. I was thinking to myself, this kind of foolish to stop where we're at. I have a couple days off from work, so what I'm going to try to do is get the rear end mounted to the chassis permanently, and maybe not have the engine mounted, but at least have it tore down and put back together to the part where it's a roller with the axle fixed to the frame instead of just clamped there. So that's what we're working on right now. Eli's pulling the engine, and then we're going to proceed to cut all this extra nonsense here off, and then make some mounts, probably redo those, make new mounts for the axle where the bearings are, and locate the axle permanently and weld her together. That's what we're working on. All right, what are we fixing to do, little fella?
Taking off the giant box.
We're going to take off the giant box. That's right. So we got the engine off, the axle back out. We're going to chop her up. Have at it, buddy. Nice. Okay, what do you think of that?
Pretty good.
A little better. I think we'll take some time and clean up the rest of this stuff. Get that off of down there. But I think, what do you think? This would be good for now?
Yeah.
You want to keep cutting?
I don't know. Looks good.
Yeah?
I don't know if we should. I don't know.
Okay. Well, we'll keep moving. Okay. It's new day. Actually, a new year. 2025. Happy New Year. Happy New Year. Eli's still inside loafing. So I figured I need to get this thing out of my way. I'm going to take a couple minutes, grind everything up, cut everything off, finish cutting everything off, grinding everything up. And then we'll get that axle mounted right quick. Get the axle mounted, get this thing out of my way. That way, whenever next time we work on it, we can finish mounting the engine, mounting the brake, do the work up front. She'll be a brand new go-kart here in a little bit. Brand new 40-year-old go-kart. All right, let's get to it. Okay, I think that is the most of the deconstruction. I'm going to grind up the bottom a little bit where we're going to weld. Smooth it up, make it look a little prettier, and then probably go get Eli to start making some mounts. Looking at it now, I think I might do some, like a gusset from here to the back on either side, from like there to there, just to support this back end frame, because it's, I mean, I know it's just a yard cart, but I don't know if you've seen 12-year-olds drive, or well, I guess he's 14 now. 14-year-olds drive. They're not exactly sane, so that little axle is going to get a workout. Let's, I'm going to put you guys down, grind this up, and then go get Eli to start making some mounts. Okay. A few minutes have elapsed. It's gooder. It's far from perfect, but it's good enough for an old go-kart. There's some holes in my tubing here I'm gonna have to fix. It tore whenever I was ripping my brackets off. It's pretty thin stuff. It might even be electrical conduit. I'm not 100% sure what material they used, but that wouldn't surprise me, you know, because that's pretty easily come by and pretty easy to bend. But we'll make the best of it. Now I gotta go get Mr. Eli. A little smoky in here. Gotta go get Mr. Eli and start doing some ciphering, you know, practicing our gazintas. You know, 2 gazinta 6, 3 times those, you know. Anywho, it's honestly, that's about the perfect height to get the plate under here. It's 3 inches from here to the outside of that on either side. It's pretty close, obviously not perfectly centered. But what I need your help with is getting the axle located front to back, because we're going to run into clearance issues here. I really don't want to come too much closer, but what I want is this plate that we make for here to sort of catch this radius a little bit to help it from flexing side to side. Maybe. What do you think? And then if we get it close to this bar, we can mount the caliper here for the brake. We don't have to make some big elaborate thing. It'll just be a piece of flat bar there. That'll be nice. And we got enough room for here for different size sprockets. Might need to go forward a little bit.
What's that gonna bolt to?
Well, that's what we're making right now. We're gonna make those plates that it bolts to. And then you see how they're slotted this way? We'll make the plate slotted this way. That way it can adjust front to back and side to side. And we can fine tune the placement of the axle. You know, precision. Or let's start measuring stuff. Okay, we have a template. It's gonna look something like one-handed camera operating is not easy. Something to that effect. Where this radius comes down, it catches part of this radius to help it from breaking off. We'll probably put something over top just to sturdy it up even more. Radius ends. Let's go to the arc droid. All right, some time has passed. We've made progress. So I got my plates cut. Got some braces cut. It's all bolted on. It's all just sitting here. I'm gonna square it all up, front to back, the front to the back axle, and even things up a little bit, side to side. Make sure the plates are square. I'm just gonna tack it because right now the bearings are bolted down. They're just snug, not tight. And I'm going to tack it, and then on each side unbolt the bearings. Once I do that, I'm going to take and put a flat, take the axle out, and put a straight edge across the back of them, the bottom of them, and twist them to where they're flat. Then I'll burn them in. Well, maybe not burn, but burn, a little burn, just you know, a sear, a singe. Maybe not like 3rd degree, but like 2nd degree burn. I'll shut up. Sorry. Okay. I think everything's set as close as I can get it. The plates are even from inside to the inside, from the edge to the edge of the tube on both sides. They are also even from the back of the slot to the knuckle there at the front axle, or at the front axle tube on both sides. And it's not perfect. I mean, this old chassis is bent and the tube is not straight, and you know, I'm sure it's all tweaked, but I think that'll work, get us good enough. I have adjustment side to side, forward and back, so if we need to, we can fine tune that axle to where it doesn't crab walk too bad going down through the yard, but I don't even know if he would ever notice. All right, she's all tacked in. A couple turd tacks, nothing major. I'm gonna let Eli practice his welding, or basically learn how to weld. I'm gonna throw the axle in it, and I think, well, I'm gonna throw the axle in it, and then we'll see how it all worked out. I think this will work out pretty good. It looks like it should not twist off the frame. Should have plenty there to hold on to, plenty of meat. And whenever we go to finish weld this, we'll clean up some of the frame and fix it too. So I'm gonna throw this camera in a tripod and finish out this video. All right. Hey, it does go-kart things again. That was a fierce amount of work. I don't know if you guys can tell that on video. Oh my goodness, that thing drives me nuts. I don't know if you guys can tell that on video, but that was, well, I mean, it just, you know, starting from scratch basically. So I think this is going to be it. Here, give you a better look of it. Look, check it out. Hold on, got my tripod on still. The axle is in. I didn't measure anything. I figured it's good. The main thing I was worried about is the disc brake clearing. There's about a 1/4 inch there, and we are almost the whole way back. I could probably make it touch if I slid the axle the whole way back. But I'm going to slide the axle forward some, and because whenever I have the engine mounted, the engine is going to be in front, and to get the chain tension right, we'll slide the axle back and slide the engine forward. But I imagine once we get it mounted or set, the axle is going to be sitting where it needs to be. I even did a pretty good job on those gussets. Yeah, that was a little crooked. Not bad though. Pretty good, I think. Okay. I have family things to do, so I need to get this cleaned up, get this out of my garage, because I got more projects to work on tomorrow. I will catch you guys in the next video. Thank you for subscribing and watching and sticking around for this whole thing. Yeah, let me a like, let me a comment, tell me what you want to see next, and I will catch you in a new one, next time. There's videos and words, hard to do. Yeah. So hey, I will see you. Have a happy New Year and a Merry Christmas. God bless.